Hello. So today we're going to be building, again, this time a Helicon hover. I'm going to be building it in the new style of hover with the Jackie behind the cab. I've only built one or two of these types of hovers before, so it wouldn't hurt to get some more experience in, especially since this will most likely be the meta for quite a while. So for the components of this build, we got a Dura Power Fuse Step Spider. I might switch to Mass Power depending on how our Mass and Dura looks. We've got Jackie, Odin, we've got a Power Fused Oyabun, a Flywheel, Chameleon Mark II, two Harmonizers, as well as Projectile Speed Fused Helicons. The goal with this build is to make these have as much projectile speed as possible. And I could use a presser, but it's just too conflicting with Harmonizers. It can still work, but it's annoying needing to speed up and then slow down and time your shot right. So for this build, pretty much two Harmonizers, Projectile Fused Helicons, and a Step Spider. All right, so we'll start off with the frame. We'll do a 2x8 heavy. By the way, you can just search the frame like this. Whatever number is, and then space and the next number. So for me, 2x8 heavy, 2 space 8, bang. Now we'll put it there. Because the step has really weird pins out here, I can't do something like that because then I have no room for anything and it's too skinny. So we'll do something like this and have pins out there because we want to put something like a 6x4 light. And then we can put the Odin somewhere in there. We'll do that later. And we'll grab an 8x4. Have it connected to the back of the cab. Because if we didn't have this and say a Scorp just shot around here, took that out, we'd lose everything. So have an 8x4 light connecting these two to the cab as well. And we'll use reds because the point of these hovers is to be like super tanky and durable. So we'll use reds, these up front so we have room for armor later on. Somewhere in the middle for now. We'll grab our Jackie, that. Odin, something like that. Grab our Oyabun, Dura Power Oyabun. Grab our Helicons, cab. Got a cloak back here somewhere, doesn't really matter. Not too sure where we'll put the Harmonizers. We'll keep them just up here for now. Because they don't have a lot of durability, so you can't just use them as armor. And we'll continue on by armoring the hovers now, like in between the hovers. Pretty much just freestyling there, but all I've done is just make this a bit wider and push the hovers back a little bit because we have so many pins here for armor. I didn't need all the space that I had here, so push these back, put more armor in front of the hovers. We've got a trainer bonnet and a ventilation outlet, so solid armor. And then we've got the keen on your hovers. You usually always have your keen or even the blue one at least in the front here somewhere because it's good armor. Next we'll grab our brackets like this, maybe some armor slabs as well, something like that. Same on the other side. Could actually put this up pin to give us a bit of structure for when we armor the weapons. Alright, so I just went through some trial and error with a few things, and what I'm going to do is change this 2x8 to a 2x6. Just so I have like this pin here for free, and I'm going to grab like a bracket, both brackets like this, and then put like your car jack like this. On the other side you can grab Iris, which these have 0 pass through and they're good armor, which is why using them on hovers. And then grab something like your armored slab. Not too sure how I want this yet, but we'll keep it down here for now. See if I want to have this upper pin or not, which I actually might, honestly. I'll just have it up a pin for now. I do want something in front of the cab just to take like the initial blow kind of thing. Alright, now I might start working on the guns and armoring the guns and making like the top part of the armor because that sort of influences what happens underneath here. So I think there's a few ways you can lock Helicons. I think punches are decent. I think you can use the armored plates. So just to get an idea. Yeah, see, that's pretty good. So these grill things are just temporary. It's just for me to figure out where I want what parts. So I guess we'll do these. We want to lock the center. Something like the defensive line. The defense line works pretty well. I like that. Behind it we can put more stuff. Usually you would put your iris and carjack and stuff here just for more like armor down the center, but in this case it's fine. We can just grab like that. You know, you can just grab that. It doesn't really matter. We'll do that later. Now you want the stuff under here to be passed through, the stuff that's holding up the armor and the weapons. So in this instance we can use like bonnets. Yeah, something like that, both sides. Alright, after some more stuffing around, I've swapped over I've put the iris and the carjack here behind this for more armor, and I've put the contacts on top of some bonnets here for some armor towards the bottom of the Helicons there. Because if you didn't know, contacts are really good armor, as you can see there by their stats. 1-to-1 due to mass ratio with 0 pass-through. So they're just, you know, a brick. Pretty much. The only issue is they have really weird hitboxes and they can be annoying to fit. Continuing on with the armor, I'll put some cast parts out here on the side. Give the hover some more armor. Just, you know, the obnoxious Nox Scorps, you know, they would shoot here and it would take out this, all this, and that, and it would still keep going. And it would probably kill a guy back there as well. So the more armor you can get between your hovers like this, the better. Alright, I've swapped these battle walkers around just to give myself some more pins back here for armoring all this stuff. The Helicon is still on it, so's this, so's that, so it's fine. Alright, so what I really want to do is I want to use mannequins out like the side here, but if it's there, it's obviously too high. So I'm going to move these out, put this in fully. It should still be connected to everything. Same with this side. Take that out, put this in 2 pins, and then I should be able to do something like same with the other side. And I can just move these somewhere else. Put them like Odin armor or something for now. Can move those later. So what we're going to do now is we're going to start making the armor that comes out here to protect the guns on like the angle. So after some trial and error, this is sort of what I've come up with. I've moved this up just to give us some more like armor around this area. Flip this bracket around so we get some pins over here, and you grab a helicopter wing upside down, chuck it there. And I've used the death fenders because they have really nice resistances and the 0 to mass is nice. So the 0 to mass is 1-to-2 pretty much, and there's also resistances on top of it, so it's a good piece. It isn't a lot, but anything is better than nothing. Like if you're angling like this at someone, this is going to block their vision. Like they know the gun's around here, but they can't see it exactly. And you know, it takes off 100 euro of damage, which could win rounds. Now later on, we'll add something around here just to give a little bit more, you know, angle protection. But for now, we'll continue with armoring the rear. We'll use these mannequins to put some ammo boxes in. This, I should probably have these a little bit lower, so I might move these. Alright, so what I'll start with is I'll move these battle walkers out here, and then grab an elbow, same on both sides, and then to armor more in the center there, I'll grab something like a captain's bridge, put up in there. Yeah, put a captain's bridge in there for more armor, like through there, so we're not losing everything in one shot. Now I kind of don't want to have these ammo packs like this, so for now I'll do one. What I want is one ammo pack and then like a Pandora, something like that. And you put this ammo pack on the chameleon so that it detaches with the chameleon, and then for this you can grab like a power slide. I'll find somewhere to put that. We'll put that in the power slide at some point. Now for these, I want these mannequins connected. This and like that. Could actually put these up another pin. Now I want to figure out how do I want this. You do something like this. Where were those? You know, grab like a thorax. It's out a pin. Even put that in one more pin, honestly. There we go, something like that, it's fine. I'm not a fan of how bald this rear section is. Let's see if I can do something about that. We can use these things here, just add some more redundancy to the rear structure. I think we'll start armoring up in here now. So we can use like bumpers or something. Because of how much mass we have left, we can just use a snow cutter, I think. Something like that. That shouldn't block the angles. at all? No, so we can just use a snow cutter. We should be at about... Yeah, we've still got a couple 100 kilos left. So we'll just do the finishing touches. This back end we could do, where is it? We could do this on the back end here. Again, add more redundancy, general armor, more durability. What do we got? We got like 100 mass left. Use up the good parts, do something like this. Frontal Odin armor so you don't get gen pop from the front. At least less likely to. And that's done for the most part. And of course, add your favorite decor. And your favorite paints. Alrighty, and I'd say we're pretty much done here. 10 mass spare, so we're looking pretty good. And again, why would you go through the build and see if there's anything wrong with it in the build mode? I think you should go straight into a match and see if you explode instantly. Make sure you set your keybinds. Usually want your Helicon split trigger. Alright, and let's see how this ultra projectile speed Helicon hover goes, shall we? Alrighty, on our first match, after a very long queue time, as you can tell by the power score difference here, I'm on RU servers. This is actually kind of ridiculous. How is a 9k in this game? Peter? I don't know what's going on over there, but that guy is dying quickly. There he goes. Where is this guy going? Alright, now we have a hover of some sort out this way. There he goes. Rip my J stacks. What is this guy doing? Where's he going? Does he know I'm here? What? Fair enough. Is this guy Griffin? Bro, this is probably the most tame IU server match. We got a Griffin droner, and we had an Atrus hover that was just running away. Jesus Christ. I just remembered that I forgot to add stilts, so I'll leave that out for now. Do something like this. So for anyone that doesn't know, the point of these stilts is that if you lose hovers, you just don't fall over instantly, and you can still, like you see, my nose isn't all the way down. It's still kind of normal. Obviously I'm over tonnage, but you know, and I completely forgot to add them. So we can put on the lighter version of that electric thing. This maybe, see if we're over mass. And let's get into it. All right, we're on Control 17 station on RU servers. I'm not happy with 320 ping. The difference between 280 ping and 320 is quite a lot. Should still be able to make it work though. My consensus from the first match is that the projectile speed is pretty funny. But it is a little bit overkill, I'm gonna be honest. So later on, towards the end, I might switch the Helicons out for some rate of fire Helicons, which is the better fuse for anyone that doesn't know. Gonna ask the question of where is my team? Okay. Nice. I mean, we should still win this. Yeah, so the rate of fire Helicons are a lot better than the reload projectile speed Helicons, mainly because of the harmonizer introduction. The rate of fire just means you can consistently get all 3 rockets to land, and it also means you kind of have a faster reload because you're shooting the rockets out faster. And the projectile speed doesn't matter that much. Like if you're fighting at the ranges that I was just fighting at, the projectile speed really doesn't matter. Only if I could aim. that. 2,000 damage, that's ridiculous. What is this guy doing? There's a Scorp hover somewhere, cloaked. There he is. Chiron hover. That was 1,000 into his guns, he's hurting. Okay, he's dead. There is a guy to my behind. He doesn't think I know he's here. It's this guy again. Alright, there is some weird angle locking. I'll try and fix that. Because I can't shoot down very much. Target priority. That Chiron hover is definitely more of a threat than anything else on the field. Actually, no, this guy is pretty dangerous. Yeah, I need to fix this angle lock. A little bit of a problem. Yeah. This arbiter is actually going to strip me. Oh, my Pandora. There we go. Wait, he's actually going to strip me. Hold on. He's actually going to strip me. I was joking. There we go. Yeah, I just need to fix this little downward angle lock. And we'll be right. I think it might be the ventilation outlets on the front. Or maybe the, it might even be the contacts underneath. We'll have a look. Yeah, so I'll play one more with this projectile speed fuse, and then I'll switch over to the rate of fire, and we'll see how that feels. Okay, so the angle locking is just because there's nothing underneath the Helicons, like that. So I've seen people use like these to prevent that. I completely forgot about it. I can do something like this. Move the contact there. Put something like this. There we go. Should be able to do this. Oh, fuck. Alrighty, that is done for the most part. Put these little blocks in here to be able to put this little catheter on there so that we can actually aim down properly. Obviously it's getting caught on the keen there, that's fine. And then because we were over mass, I swapped out the trunk, the flaming trunk for the car trunk. Now we should be good to go. Alright, we're on bridge on RU servers again. But this time we have a fixed, can aim down a little bit. I might see if I can fix the keen, but I don't want it scraping too much and I don't want it hanging out over the front too much. Otherwise there's too much like a weight imbalance. But for the most part we can aim down. Robin. I love shooting bots. I don't think I have the range to even shoot over there. No, I don't. I'm gonna go sit on the bridge. Oh. He's dead. What? The fuck? No way. Yeah, nice try. Wow, that was a fulfilling match. A lot happened there. All right, now we'll switch to the rate of fire Helicons. See how it feels then. Alrighty, we're on Fortress on EU servers, and we've got the rate of fire Helicons. I don't have them on separate triggers because they have a lot higher rate of fire, and it isn't needed as much. So I love shooting bots. I see him over there. team is dying over there. Hover is kind of my biggest worry. Maybe Cloak's right there. No, he's coming around the side here. What can I do? Fair enough. Okay, he's abusing his ping, bro. No way, yeah. Unfortunate. Okay, this is the last match that I'm going to be playing. We're on Sector X on EU servers. Again, we have Rate of Fire Helicons. I love shooting bots. No way he turns around. This guy's dead. Not. So the Varun hover is on the left. No way that doesn't strip him. I'm dead. Yeah. Bro, what? It's fine, we should still win. Man, that Lucifer thing was kind of annoying. Alrighty.